We are about to leave Washington and move to Salt Lake City, Utah. Packing up, moving. I am switching jobs, and that's going to be something that's going to be documented or vlogged on the side and go into the vlog section of our YouTube. So excited to see what that looks like. We have some big travel aspirations. We are going to travel a lot in Australia. We want to go to Singapore. We want to go to Japan. We want to go to Greece. We want to go to Italy. We want to go to Germany. We want to go to Ireland. So
traveling with kids is obviously different because like when you're young and you're rambunctious, you can like pop in some hostels somewhere, pay $4 and be like on your merry way.
Yeah.
Obviously, you can't do that with kids.
No, you can't. He loves his mama.
No, but the way that he's sitting like an old drunk man with his belly hanging out, and he's like wobbling in the street. You look like a noodle.
You are a noodle. What's up? Welcome back to the Living Limitless podcast. This is episode 4 of our mini-series. 1, 2, and 3 were fun. Number 4 is all about travel. Travel as a family. Travel with kids. It's not always as easy or as fun as people on social media make it out to be.
No, I want to see the influencers that are like, got my 6 kids with me. We're gonna fucking travel across the country. Like, what?
Yeah, that 12 minutes that you saw, I bet you there was 36 hours of screaming, crying, fighting, and pit stops, maybe.
Yeah. I definitely think that obviously taking your babies with you when you travel, like, is good so they can be exposed to
Absolutely.
the world.
Not all kids are bad either. Just to clarify.
Hold on.
Yeah, let's
No, hold on.
Yeah?
Wait, it's not the kids' fault. If they're OCD in their routine, like some kids are,
Yeah.
because of the parents.
Yeah.
Because kids don't just like come into this world and like, oh my god, I need to shit at this time and eat at this time and sleep at this time. Like, that's us doing it, right?
No.
So a part of traveling or a part of everyday life is like routines, right? So I feel like as far as me and how my parenting goes is like, yes, I have routines-ish, but they're not like hard set times because I obviously know that kids are going to do as they please and everything's not going to be perfect 100% of the time.
Right.
But I feel like that also helps us when we travel because like obviously you still have like your nap windows and your wake windows and your, when they're about to like wake up and cry.
You're about to cry. Wake up and cry.
Yeah, that face is not like happy.
No.
But I think it's still definitely worth it.
Well, I agree. I think you'll fall back asleep. We'll see. It's definitely worth it to travel as a family. Like you said, building the memories, building the experiences. It's not all bad. There's great things that come out of traveling as a family. Again, showing your kids or setting an example for your kids that is something that you can do. Depending on where you go, you can experience a lot of cultures. I will grab him. Yeah, he's ready for bed. The producer. He's a sleepy baby.
I feel like it's easier to travel with your kids when the parents. Oh no, that's a sad cry. Wonan. He got a bunch of tears.
No.
Wonan.
Sad. He's sad.
He looks like a. Did you have a bad dream?
He did have a bad dream.
He's sad.
Yes.
And what I was saying is that I feel like the kids that you see that like make it look easy, it's also because their parents are like more chill or laid back, or they like the foundation that they have created from when they're first born until whatever age they are, it kind of like makes or breaks the kid in every aspect, right? I feel like that's why we have so many like hard times with Abby and the dynamic that we have, but like with Ronan, I don't see or I don't foresee that happening, I suppose. Especially
No.
if we start him young, like
Well, we're starting them
you know what I
young.
mean?
We touched at the end of last episode that we're about to make a big transition.
Yes.
We are about to leave Washington and move to Salt Lake City,
Yeah.
Utah,
Yep.
which is quite a drive. I mean, that's 9 to 11 hours away.
Mm-hmm.
Packing up, moving. I am switching jobs, and it's going to be a big change for your photography business. It's going to be a big change for all of us. It's going to be a big change for our family, for Abigail, for Ronan, and that's going to be something that's going to be documented or vlogged on the side
Yeah.
and go into the vlog section of our YouTube. So excited to see what that
I'm
looks like.
definitely excited. I feel like you've already like you've moved a few times and you've been like deployed and you've gone overseas and whatnot. And so
Yep.
I feel like you're used to like picking up and starting over.
Mm-hmm.
I've traveled for work and I've gone to many different states for traveling for the different companies that I worked with, but I've never like completely rerouted my life before. Like
Going somewhere where we literally do not know a single person there.
no.
Not one.
Uh-uh.
Not a single person going to be meeting everybody for the first time. Every single connection that we make there is somebody we don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And that travel and that uprooting and that aspect is going to be very, very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also going to be exciting. We also know that trips we've taken in the past, it wasn't always easy, even for a vacation.
Yeah. I feel like I feel like your guys' dynamic, talking about you and Abigail on our beach trip, that was a shit show. I feel like it was supposed to be like all cute and special for you guys' birthday.
Yeah.
That was
Our birthdays are close
a
to one
lot.
another.
Yeah, like a
It
weekend.
was a lot.
Yeah, but I feel like I guess just with transition and change, obviously kids like to act out in certain ways and she's excited and doesn't know where to put her excitement, but I feel like you guys have also come a far far in your guys' relationship. And I don't know, I couldn't imagine how it'd be like coming into a relationship and being a dad.
Dad number
And
two.
yeah,
She
she
calls me
called
big.
you dad number two the first day we ever all hang out
I know.
with each other.
What does she call me now?
She calls you big daddy. What's up, big daddy? Huh, wanting boning? What you doing?
He wants his back rubbed.
Um, I definitely talking about like taking a trip down to Utah to see it before, and like
Yeah.
if we're taking Abby, I think obviously it'll still be a struggle. Like you struggle all the time because they don't want to sit still, and car rides are long or
It's a
plane rides are long or whatnot.
very long car ride for us.
So what I'm going to do beforehand is I'm going to pack her like an activity bag of like things that she can do.
Thank
Look,
God.
I did it last time.
Yeah, well,
It
would she
didn't
throw it out
last
the
that
window or
long.
what?
Yeah. So some like coloring books or some like color by the number, count by the number books. She really likes those.
Yeah.
Color crayons, color pencils. Obviously no markers for the cars. They also have those little lap trays that you can put over your lap and have like your pencils in on the side or whatnot.
Yeah.
Or they have stuff for cars where you can buy it for the back and then it pops down like a table. And then snacks. We obviously are gonna stop a lot because of
Yeah.
Ronan and whatnot, and him not being in the car seat for a long time,
Mm-hmm.
for long periods of time. But I definitely think traveling is also obviously easier if you can find things to occupy your children to stimulate their mind. Listening to certain music, playing freaking I Spy out the window, or red car or blue car or whatever the
We're
case
gonna play
may
all the
be.
games.
Yeah, I feel like it's obviously one thing when you're wanting to like go. We probably should have split those two trips. To be 100% honest, I mean, there's a time and a place.
Hindsight's 2020, right?
Yeah, there's a time and a place. Like, I wouldn't be taking Abigail the first time we go to like Greece.
No.
Well, maybe I don't know, But if it was supposed to be like for like a honeymoon or something romantic, like
Well, we were talking about going
no.
with Alex Everett the last time, so
To Greece?
yes,
Oh, I thought that was Singapore. I thought we talked about going to Greece on our honeymoon.
we talked about living in Singapore.
Yeah, with Alex.
hmm
Mm-hmm.
We have some big travel aspirations. We are going to travel a lot in the near future. We will be going to different countries, and we'll vlog all that and what that experience is going to be like, both with and without children. More than likely with the children.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, we have a lot of places that we want to go. What, Australia? We want to go to Singapore. We want to go to Japan.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Ooh.
we want to go to Greece. We want to go to
Yeah,
Italy. We want to go to Germany. We want to go to Ireland. So
Mhm.
a lot of places.
Yeah. We better get started.
It'll be fun.
So traveling with kids is obviously different because like when you're young and you're rambunctious, you can like pop in some hostels somewhere, pay $4 and be like on your merry way.
Yeah.
Obviously, you can't do that with kids.
No, you can't.
So everything definitely obviously takes different planning.
Yeah, it's a different approach for sure.
Yeah.
But just because you have kids doesn't mean that you need to miss out on the experience of traveling.
No, I think it when it's not all shit shows, it's rainbows and it helps bond a little bit more. He's looking at me like
He loves his mama.
no, but the way that he's sitting like an old drunk man with his belly hanging out and he's like wobbling in the street. You look like a noodle.
You are a noodle. I suppose
I'm
this is Ronan.
yes.
This is our newest addition.
Mm-hmm.
Can you say hi? Hi.
I think this is the most alert and calm he's been.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Is that mama's? Yeah.
I'm definitely excited to take him on trips.
Oh,
though.
yeah.
He's a good baby. I don't think babies are bad necessarily. But like,
So I haven't seen a bad one. So,
he's only obviously fussy if he can't get to like what he needs.
which is usually us or Abba.
Yeah. Huh.
Or it's getting past his bedtime or close to his bedtime. That's why he's waking up right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's like me. Once it's bedtime, it's like let's go.
It's
to
game
fucking
over.
bed now, or I'm about to get pissed.
Yeah,
and
it's
start fighting somebody. Once
and
I'm
it's,
tired,
you know,
I'm
when she's
tired.
fighting somebody, it's usually me.
Well, yeah, I don't have anyone else. I don't have friends.
You're gonna have friends.
Yeah, I'm not worried about having friends though.
I know, like-minded friends,
Yeah.
the same interests and values.
I would say so. We're moving to Utah. Obviously, I don't really look like a Utah Ian.
A Utan.
A Utan. I don't look like a Utan.
Just got learning to do.
I need to get out my spray tan. Is what I'm gathering.
Maybe. He's trying to eat the mic. What are some other things, I guess? Speaking of travel, obviously a newborn baby, it's a lot of diapers and it's a lot of wipes and a lot of formula and pit stops to take him out of his car seat. And then you actually sit in the back seat with him to occupy him. You don't sit up front with me.
No.
Which is something that we've done that since he's been born.
Yeah.
Just because
I definitely get lonely in the back when he falls asleep.
I know. But you keep him comfortable.
Yeah. That is something. If you're able to sit in the back.
To do it.
It helps a little bit more. Or it just helps. I feel like too, like if you're very I don't know, young postpartum, early on postpartum, you sitting in the back, it helps your anxiety when baby starts crying because you can physically like see and know kind of what's going on, or you could like touch them and try and help them stop crying. But if you can just hear it and you can't see, you can't do anything.
Right.
Like that anxiety that like ensues over your body is just crazy.
Yeah.
To me. So definitely staying in the back with your little, or if you're on a plane ride, I haven't experienced a baby on a plane ride, but they always say to either feed them when you're taking off or landing, or breastfeed them, or give them a pacifier, or occupy them, or Just pray they stay asleep.
Pray.
Yeah, but
I've been on some of those terror flights. They're not great.
well, I think too is that like obviously if you're a parent on that flight, like
Yeah.
like even if you haven't been a parent for years, like how it is, right? There's nothing you can do. It's not like you can tell a baby to like stop crying.
Yeah,
Like,
stop crying.
stop
Figure it
crying.
out, dude.
Yeah. So I think just remembering your own passion and grace for other people, and then
Oh, for sure.
having that, or just always helping out too, even when it's driving and stopping at rest rest stops and whatnot.
Yep.
That'll be interesting. It's gonna turn into like 10, 11
You guys will get a full experience. We promise.
Yep.
We'll track the whole journey.
Yep. We're leaving at the end. We're gonna go over there at the beginning of February just to check it out. Not like we have a choice to say no or anything, but we're leaving at the end of February, the last few days of February to be there. Fresh start March 1st.
Yep.
Fresh start for spring.
That's exactly right.
Yep.
You're gonna bloom. Whoa.
I think it'll be a good start. I'm excited. I'm definitely mourning all of Washington. Like,
Yeah.
who leaves the West Coast? Is what I keep replaying in my
I
head.
know.
Like, who the fuck leaves the West Coast? Like, you go to the West Coast.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to go to the West Coast.
Yeah. But we have to experience other cultures, and who's to say we don't come back?
Yeah. I thought about that. I was like, I'd really like to be in California. I don't like anything about, like, what's going on, but...
Yeah. We're not about that. We just think there's beautiful parts of it. Northern California is gorgeous.
But I've always said I've wanted to go into, like, the Midwest, and, I guess technically... I don't know, the Midwest is not really the Midwest in our layman's terms, so
No.
just in the middle part of the country, and then eventually work our way over to the East Coast.
Yep.
I think that would be cool.
Yeah. And then out of country. What else do we have on that beautiful list that we haven't touched on?
It's just tips that we've experienced traveling, and obviously like I said, I feel like we haven't really touched, or we haven't experienced like the huge travel.
Yeah, we will.
Yeah, I feel like this 10-hour drive coming up is going to be our longest one.
I agree. Well, for the sake of this episode, is there anything else that you would like to touch on in the world of Sav and Aaron?
In the world of Sav and Aaron, I think this is episode 4.
This is episode 4.
Yeah.
Of our mini series.
Yes. So, I feel like in episode 5 we talked about just basically everything that we just did in all of our series and wrap it all up. And this one, as far as traveling goes and working with kids and newborns, like, say a prayer. I don't know.
Yeah. Say a prayer. We touched on some of that last episode. There's a mental aspect to it. It isn't always easy. It's not always pretty. And if nothing else, if you're not passionate about it, and if it isn't filling your cup, don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't burn yourself out.
Yes. I would definitely say that. And then I guess just to tie in the whole children and postpartum, I think guys kind of just always do what they want, so they don't have this issue a lot. But like as a woman, how I was telling you the other day, like I feel like there's just a certain like role that you're supposed to
Assume.
So just remember to have a little hobby for yourself, have some free time so you can be mentally prepared for anything that your children throw at you or your dogs throw at you. I mean your husband's. I told you I have a golden retriever. I have a good one. Yeah, say something now.
Nope.
Uh-huh.
Keeping to myself. I know better.
A little boxed up like a Ken doll.
Yeah, it's about to be bedtime, so I ain't about to ruin or spoil this bedtime. You don't go to bed mad. All right?
No.
Never go to bed mad.
Never done. We don't go to bed mad. Even if you're touching toes. Because you're so mad at them, just touch the toe. It'll all be fine. The amount of rage that I have inside me whenever we have like an argument or like a little stint, and as soon as you touch me, like all of that shit just goes away.
I know. Good thing we're very touchy.
Yeah. Ronan says bye. Ronan says tune in to our next episode, and then also stay tuned to see our little vlog.
Vlogs. Yeah.
Utah.
Yeah.
You'll probably hear a lot more of this.
Yeah, you will. He's crabby. Again, as we always say, thank you for watching. If you're a return subscriber or if you're returning and listening to our episodes on any of the podcasting platforms, we definitely appreciate it. We appreciate all the interaction that we're receiving on all the social media platforms, especially Threads. So like, comment, subscribe. We'll definitely reply to anything that you guys have to say. And with that, episode 5 is next. Thanks. Bye. Toodaloo. Adios.